Yes, hello. Come in. Sorry, let me just finish this up real quick. I have an important client who's apparently considering backing out of our deal. And done. All right. I apologize. I know who you are, and I'd rather cut the formalities as early as possible. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you're interested in garnering a position within our division, is that correct? I'm sure you know the full conditions and terms of this, right? You'd be a fool if not. Regardless, it's policy that I let you know what you're getting into, so allow me to explain. The position you've indicated interest in is a field succubus, meaning that your job would be to seduce and collect human souls. There are, of course, plenty of lucrative benefits to this position. For example, immortality, power, and great career prospects. All you have to do is forfeit your own human soul for the corporation. Now, you are aware that this means your soul would no longer be yours, correct? You would, of course, be given vacation days, sick days, this and that, but you would forever be ours. That is, until you've expired your versatility within our branches. From there, well, I'm sure you can guess. Which means that you should make yourself as useful as possible for as long as possible. You understand, yes? By doing this, you're trading freedom for power. Do you accept these terms? Be warned, this is your last chance to back out. Good. I like to see if I can scare off the applicants early on. It weeds out the individuals who are less serious about the program. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get this over with. I'm going to need you to sign here, here, initial here, and once more on the back of the document. Perfect. Now that we've finally gotten that out of the way, we can actually get some work done. I've already had equipment sent up for your arrival, but if you run out, which at some point you will, you'll need to find your way back down to that office. I'll have my secretary show you around, since, as a field agent, you'll need resources from all of the departments in the building. On my system, I have that you marked on for both female and male targets, is that correct? All right, confirming that now. Any additional equipment you may need can be provided, so long as you fill out the required forms. In this suitcase are your pheromones, lingerie uniform, regular uniform, work cell, rope, lotion, and knife. It is specifically used for harvesting souls, so be careful, it's pretty sharp. Harvesting a soul won't be a pleasant sight the first time, so keep that in mind. Most of what you'll be doing is self-explanatory. Approach your assigned target, lure them in, do what you will, and then harvest their soul. This is my own knife, Beatrice. I've had her since I was a field agent, just like you. I'll show you how to use a harvesting knife, so pay attention. You'll want to come in really close, with the jagged part of the knife just grazing the throat of your target. You should be so close, in fact, that you can almost barely hear their heart beating. Of course, the method of which you get them in this position is entirely up to you, but we'd prefer a clean and quick kill to avoid any, well, issues. Oftentimes, I've seen agents get their targets to turn around, but what I recommend is to tie up your victim in a compromising position. It makes it far easier to operate. For example, there. Using just my tie, I've rendered you completely helpless against me. I could do anything I want. I could toy with you until you screamed. Some agents like to hold their targets on the edge of that power, and once they've had them there long enough... As you can see, my point is that you're allowed to take certain creativities with what you do, provided you get the job done in a timely manner. Furthermore, it's not all about acting the part, it's also important to look the part. You will be required 2 hours of grooming consultations a week to keep you up to date with all of the current trends in fashion. We wouldn't want you to stick out like a sore thumb and ruin your mission. This will include fake nails, hair dye, eye dye, and other various body modifications, which will, of course, all be provided for by the company. These provisions and services can all be found on the grooming floor, which my secretary will also show you. Most of the body modifications can be done within minutes, including any lifts and fillers. Don't slack on getting those done, as random inspections are often what end up terminating some of our more promising agents. Now I feel as though I'm forgetting. Ah, yes. Sensory. As a succubus, you will be able to sense when a human has reached what we call the peak pleasure point, which is when soul extraction takes place. You should also note that during the double P point, your human form will start to diminish due to the release of fear toxins, so your target will see you as a horrifying beast. If they manage to escape, calmly chase after them and do what needs to be done. However, since soul activity is at its best when happy, we prefer to extract that during the double P point, so it's best to avoid any accidents. Please keep this in mind, as it can affect your bonuses, perks, etc. That should cover just about everything. While soul extraction is essential for our survival, and even more, your survival, we also like to encourage our agents to have fun, so take that as you will. You're free to go now. Some of the agents are eager to meet you. Afterwards, it'd be wise to report to the DR department to retrieve your first target and instructions. No, thank you. This is a noble career path. You've chosen wisely. I'm hoping to see you again soon. And welcome to the company.